Hey YouTube, we're back in Pathfinder Kingmaker, and we've got a certain tiny evil gnome to deal with. Looks like I can't skip that little scene there.
Oh, my impromptu rival. You are late, as always. We do, dimwit, we really do. You know too much. And truth be told, I am simply tired of you.
You know, to be fair, I'm very tired of him too. Let's see how well he can cast. Well, he's got a bunch of dudes charging into his face. Strong moan. Okay, rage and charge. And
this body holds no more.
You'll be
come on, Lindsay. Give them their own turn for attacks of opportunity. Okay, now belt. Yeah, now's a good time for a potion. Oh, sweet. We took him down.
This won't kill me.
We shall overcome.
It's cleanup time.
What troubles you?
Yeah.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Okay, Lindsay. You may stop. No. She had stopped. She had lingering performance going. Okay, what have we got? Unidentified ring. Sweet. Wand of magic missiles. Broken crossbow. Yeah, +1 heavy shield. Nice. But it really doesn't seem to cover what we were expecting. Tartusio should have had something worth risking his life over, which should be pretty serious. Unless he was sending something through the portal instead of taking something out, like I thought. Well, dealing with Tartusio was its own reward. And now you get a cooler shield. And sure, ring of protection. Where's that cooler shield? Oh, it didn't have the blue ring about it, but that one was +1.
I will guide us.
It still feels sort of anticlimactic, like I'm missing something. Yeah, that's still the truth. Still trying to avert a war. Was much death. Hard fought, hard forget bad blood. But I wise queen, find another way. No kill kobold no more. Ally, you brave and fair. Be our guest, precious now always. Yay!
Our
Oh,
path leads on.
that ended way better than I expected. But then, when you're expecting outright genocide, it's not hard to find something
Without a doubt.
slightly better results-wise. Alright, now we need to rest up, which will probably involve another half day, if not a whole day of gathering rations. And then I want to make our way back to the trader camp and dump off the hundreds of pounds of loot we have. Looks like we're not leveling up again anytime soon. I wonder if we can take on that spider swarm now. I can probably get my divine casters to swap out spells to something that does damage. They don't have to actually learn spells.
What a sorry spectacle. The treacherous servant of a treacherous king, who in his turn is mere servant to even greater powers. He impersonates a lesser creature and dies. A good joke is a powerful weapon, and a bad one can seal the Joker's fate. So be it. Rise, my unfortunate jester. Your performance is not over yet.
Oh shit. We didn't burn the body, so we'd have to cast Wish. Dang. Make sure you fill all available governing positions with appropriate candidates. You can't develop your kingdom without capable advisors. The treasurer position is especially important since it boosts economy. Yeah, in most games where you're spending several turns trying to amass money, getting your economy up first is a big boost.
Just letting the ink dry.
Okay, Lindsay, one more attempt.
Applause, please.
Cool.
Forwards.
Gained experience. A tiny amount of experience. Even shows the remains of our old camp. That's nifty. Do it again. Ah, we got one more mouth to feed. Jeez. Okay, he is real good at watching. Which leaves mostly you. I mean, you can add +2 somewhere, but it only makes sense to maintain armor. Having to roll a 14 on that meal is pretty rough. Actually, we're not getting in a fight anytime soon, and helping her hunt would be real handy.
You cannot stand against me.
Bah.
Ah!
Okay. Like, why bother? Take 2.
Look at me. I am Jathal. Boo! I am a horrifying undead elf. Where's my scythe? Urgathoa will give you the wisdom of death. You are so pathetic, you ridiculous short-lived... Oops.
Careful. I might make you into my own private jester. You'll be telling me your jokes forever and ever.
Ah, 5 hours to hunt. Not nearly so bad as the 12 hours last time. Yeah, I didn't actually expect the meal to come through.
Share your will.
Alright, Jethal. Walk away while the real people heal. Thanks.
The end draws near.
Yep. This is the good stuff. I should have picked Harim to be my first companion instead of Jethal. Life would have been so much easier. Yeah, that's good.
Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur.
Alright, everyone's feeling good, and we even have a little bit of healing left over. Life is turning around.
Without a doubt.
Nope, we're out. Each of your companions has a favorite food recipe. Cooking that recipe in camp will grant that companion a useful temporary bonus effect. That's cool. Now I just need to learn how to cook. I'd gotten a little further than I thought. How far into this journey are we? Lost track of time a little bit. here we go. Now it's only been 9 days. Alright, what you got? World? There's a chance I can take it. Maybe we'll even just have
Serves you,
You
right.
cannot
a good
stand
encounter.
against me.
Like something positive will happen.
Let us strike as one. Tear them apart.
I guess I don't really even need to loot them. I can just walk out and they'll all show up on the loot window at the end, but it feels kind of awkward to do it that way, so I don't plan on changing how I do things right away. Got some achievements. Well, one achievement it looks like. Soul Eaters become more dangerous if they know their victim's name. They do sound a little creepy. Take only what you need. More like, take the absolute maximum you can take without reaching heavy encumbrance. Be nice if we could have pack mules or... Well, I think he did have bags of holding. It's time to make some investments. And I'll get to talk to my new companions. What's up here? Ah, another problem. There's a feral swine living here in the woods. Not a normal wild pig. We're talking about a vicious boar. As big as a bear and wicked as the devil. The locals call him Tuskcutter. Many hunters have lost life and limb to him. Veckelbenzen found his lair and went to kill the beast, but came back with one leg. Put a bounty on the boar's head, but it looks like there aren't any heroes around here bold enough to claim it. Maybe you will rid us of this monster. I feel like we can handle a pig. Hey, we're better than the local wussies, right? Wanna bet I can chop off this Tuskcutter's snout with a single swing? Come on, let's find out. Yeah, we can handle this. Mario gives you a wide grin and slaps your shoulder. Right, that's the way I like it. Let's do it. That's the way I like it. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay. Show me your wares. Show me your broad array of +1 and masterwork weapons. The sort of thing a random trader only has in video games. Ooh, yes. Full plate +1. That's what I'm talking about. He's got the good shit. Built of giant strength and constitution. And now he's got 50 rations. Man, he really moved up in the world. As soon as he wasn't under all those bandits, it's like, kapow. Ooh, recipes. Alright, well. We did pick up a lot of loot, but we're already gonna be out most of it. Alright, well, let's make sure we're getting rid of all the heavy shit. Save the books for later. Still plan on reading those at some point. Yeah, we don't need the Wand of True Strike. Magic Missile's handy. Especially a caster level 3. I'll keep the Wand of Bane. Still plan on trying to keep these for a little bit. I think we can repair those later. Oh yeah, I forgot I had the recipe for haggis. But then, how do I use the recipe for haggis? Get a lot of cooking supplies, really. We're making a good habit of just staring at food instead of using it. Should keep one scroll of Vanish. Scroll of Summon Monster is useful. I don't need these anymore. May as well have that. Should definitely keep those. That's not impressive. Ray of Enfeeblement is actually pretty potent. I'll keep that. Protection from Law. We might use that eventually, but not anytime soon. Communal Protection from Evil is super nice. Regular Protection from Evil, meh. Protection from Chaos is good. Single Protection from Chaos is meh. Mage Armor is meh. Scroll of Magic Missile. Caster level 1. We'll toss that since we have the wand of it. Don't need Scroll of Doom. Scroll of Gear Light's useful. Luck bonuses are good. I'll keep that. We got someone who can cast Bane, but having the scroll wouldn't hurt. I'm gonna hold on to those Dryad tokens for a little bit. I got a feeling those might be useful later. I might want to keep the hide and skins too. I just don't know what'll be useful later in the game. Yeah, I think we need to find particular antiquity collectors for some of these. If they're saying a merchant, well, this guy's a merchant, so good enough for me. We need to find some antiquities collectors then. We got lots of antiquities. And we did overcome the value of all the things we need. So that's awesome. We may even have enough for something else. We'll have to see how much money we have left over after this transaction. That must have been like an empty incense bottle. 2 coins for that. Seems awful low. I thought I'd given that back. Okay. So after unloading hundreds of pounds of goods, we came out with a net gain. Still get 3,489, which puts us 511 roughly from getting another magic bonus item. But we could afford one more full plate. Yeah, watch this AC. So 20 AC becomes 24 AC. Now we've got AC comparable to, well, it's still a good chunk below hers. But when you got a tower shield, you should have badass AC. Now you... well... Barbarians do not have proficiency in heavy armor. I think she needs a feat before she's proficient in heavy armor. So... what's the biggest medium armor? So +1 breastplate would give her 7. Banded mail counts as heavy. Half plate is heavy. So yeah, +1 breastplate's the best we can do for her. That'd be 3 AC. Oh, and she does have a positive dex modifier. And this allows a dex modifier, so sure. Take it. Appreciate it. Then we should sell that hide armor back. Alright, cool. Bakken, that quest you gave me? Serious. That was super hard. Well, will be super hard. You should consider your life choices, Bakken. You almost killed brave adventurers on an important quest. Here's our first good chance to talk to Jaethal. Speak. Well, tell me your story. Stories, she shrugs. Stories are boring and a waste of time. I have killed. I was exiled from Kyonin. I died. I was raised by Urgotha's gift. That is my story. Curious as to how she was raised. Who were you before you started killing and got exiled? It's rather amusing. I belonged to a wealthy family and held high position on the courts of Iadara, the capital of Kyonin. When my little wrongdoings were revealed, the trial was held in the very same court where I tried cases and delivered sentences over several hundred years. An awkward situation, don't you think? Who did you kill and why? Family. 4. Jaethal's voice is calm and ordinary, as if she's speaking of something trivial. But why is the more interesting question. What is the worth of 1,000 years if you cannot enjoy it, like your first 10 dozen springs? The elf's voice sounds unusually vehement. Everyone considers elves ever young, but our youthfulness is but a mask, a threadbare ritual gown. What lies underneath? The years of dust and jaded repetition. With each year, the dust grows thicker, and erstwhile joys cease to excite and cloy as a dish you've tasted 1,000 times. Long did I search for a way to avert this fate. Don't I, who has truly tasted life, deserve a better lot than those benumbed old elves who close themselves to the world? And I found a way, the ancient texts of Urgotha, a ritual involving the blood of my kin, a trifle that would make each day feel as a holiday, created specifically for me. The ritual gave strength not only to my body, but to my mind and soul, and my mind whirled at every sensation, each sip of wine or silken caress. Oh, how I miss this. My cousin was the first I used for the ritual. It was a simple matter to pass her death as an unfortunate accident, but the enchantment would not last. I had to find another, and again conceal my trail. With the third death, my family grew suspicious, and upon the fourth, my deeds were finally revealed. Such a pity. If not for this, my unlife, even now, would overflow with burning pleasure, for I have dozens of useless relatives. Jesus Christ, that's super evil. Yeah, I gotta say straight up, I don't approve. Righteous anger? How tedious. But if it worries you so much, then yes. I appeared before the court. It deemed exile a fair penance. Do you have family in Kyonin? Do you mean someone I would hesitate to sacrifice? Perhaps my daughter. I would regret the wasted effort. The creature turned out quite well, like a properly trained dog, or a well-managed horse. Holy shit! She's a lot eviler than I thought. Is exile your only punishment? For an elf, Jathel says pointedly, exile is a serious punishment. There is no other Kyonin in this world. Even I, who despises its hypocrisy, admits as much. How did you die? Jathel frowns. I don't remember my death. I was stunned by the sentence of exile, and I admit I showed weakness. I wandered aimless, absorbed in despair, without concern for my safety or sustenance. And then, I remembered desolate docks, a stone I lay upon, a convulsion passing not only through my whole body, but through my soul. Then I awakened, cold, calm, my body overwhelmed with strength, but haunted by a strange internal silence. There were bloody prints of bone feet on the stone next to me, the sign of the goddess. A battle scythe lay nearby. That was the first and last time I heard Urgatha's voice. She spoke but 3 words. Hail the Inquisitor. That is all. She has neither addressed me nor answered my pleas ever since. I will not bother you with the story of how I tried to comprehend my new condition. Soon I had a chance to put my new powers to the test. A group of my kin had dragged me through the woods. They were insolent and would pay dearly for this, but I had to reckon how I might free myself from their persistent chase. A powerful protector from among the short-lived could help me, and the Sword Lord seemed suitable. That is all. Tell me about your birthplace. Hope you do not ask from idle curiosity. Kyonin is the birthplace of the elves. The other races are allowed to visit within reasonable limits, usually only as far as Greengold. That is the enclave for half-breeds and the short-lived, a whim of our queen. I enjoyed going there sometimes, as to a wild beast show. Beyond this caricature of a city, Kyonin is a mixture of grandeur and the sad remains of ancient glory. Next to today's graceful dwellings lie the ruins of ancient monuments and fountains. Elves prefer to live in small groups, in secluded settlements. The most outgoing and ambitious live in the capital, Iadara. Daily life is filled with the efforts of 100-year-old infants seeking worthy goals, and 1,000-year-old stony cynics entertaining themselves however they can. That is all. It is scarcely worth mentioning that even this gloom is far more tempting than anything one finds in the land of the short-lived. Alright, what's it like to be undead? Do you wish to know what it means to be personally, or what powers and limitations it imposes? Both. Do you regret not being alive anymore? A shadow passes over her face. You surely know how to ask questions. She says nothing for a long time. 2 desires led me through life. To feel pleasure time and time again, and to achieve perfection. And life brought me closer to the second. I am changeless, torn from time. The chaos of the world and even the soul circle have no power over me. But everything comes with a price. Most things that brought me pleasure in life are meaningless to me now. How can I decide which is better? I don't think she would accept there's no purpose in living only for yourself. She is wildly self-interested. A bright life full of pleasures is better than unlife, though eternal. You become powerful, that's all that matters. It's much better than the life of ordinary mortals, and even elves. I'm still gonna tell her. Maybe she should live for others. Agreed. Ethel yawns pointedly. And by that she means she disagrees with me and didn't care about my opinion and just wanted me to shut up. How do healing spells, prayers, and potions affect you? Dreadfully, of course. Your healers had better stay away from me in battle. The undead are healed through interaction with negative energy, and I can perfectly manage that on my own. You don't need to sleep, right? I was spared from that bothersome need, but I hope you do not take this as a reason to invent additional responsibilities to entertain me during the night. I spend this time meditating and addressing the goddess. But she doesn't address you. Oh well, enjoy your meditation. What about, carnal pleasures? A tactless and facile question. That pleasure is now as senseless to me as food or wine. Action without feeling. Jathal cringes. I feel like she tried it and then didn't enjoy it. Tell me about your goddess. It might sound strange, but I know less than others about Urgatha and her faith. My transformation into her Inquisitor was unexpected, but I will answer to the best of my knowledge. What do you know about her? Oh, certainly, Urgatha was once a mortal woman. Urgatha, also known as the Pallid Princess and Lady Despair, is the goddess of physical excess, disease, and the undead. She is mostly worshipped by dark necromancers, the undead, and those wishing to become undead. Sometimes those who live gluttonous lifestyles make supplication to her, as do those suffering from a serious illness. Her faithful believe she was the first creature to defy Pharasma and return, unnaturally, from the boneyard and break free from the cycle of souls. Well, she was definitely gluttonous. She was once a mortal woman, basking in life and all the pleasures it had to offer. Her pathon was so strong that Urgatha rebelled against Pharasma, against death itself and its laws. Pharasma is the Lady of Graves, Mother of Souls, Grey Lady. Pharasma is the goddess of birth, death, and prophecy. She shepherds Galarian's recently departed souls to their final reward. Upon death, souls migrate via the River of Souls to Pharasma's boneyard in the Outer Sphere, which sits atop an impossibly tall spire that pierces the astral plane. She is among the most ancient deities in the multiverse, but keeps her knowledge of the fate of all souls closely guarded. After her own death, she escaped the power of the Lady of Graves and returned to the world as a goddess, and the first undead. Since then, she has protected all who submit their souls to pleasure and passion, paying no heed to worn-out mortals and the dictates of law. But undead don't really get a whole lot of pleasure and passion, so that's a bit of a conundrum. What's it mean to be her Inquisitor? This question is more complicated than it seems. An Inquisitor is by nature the most zealous defender of their faith, the hand of their goddess in mundane affairs. When I received this title and power, I expected that Urgatha would tell me my mission, but this never happened. The goddess remained silent. There's only one reasonable explanation I can imagine. Discovering what is expected of me is a part of my mission. So I reflect on this, make my prayers, and wait for a sign. Turns out you've probably already found your mission. Good job. Does Urgatha feud? No. Not Urgatha, but Pharasma still tries to call her to order, and Sarene to heal her. Sarenrae. I'll just call her Sarenrae, even though the extra A is not really in there. Known to her faithful as the Dawnflower, the Healing Light, and the Everlight, Sarenrae is a goddess who teaches temperance and patience in all things. Compassion and peace are her greatest virtues, and if enemies of the faith can be redeemed, they should be. Worship of this goddess of healing, honesty, redemption, and the sun began far to the east of the Inner Sea, and the vast Padisha Empire of Kalesh, but her worshippers can now be found throughout the world. What does Eartha require? To enjoy, to taste exquisite dishes, to feel the lover's caress, and drink the enemy's suffering. A wonderful religious obligation, isn't it? But you don't get anything out of lover's caresses. You're just like suffering through it. Blah. So confused. Why is the cult of Urgatha forbidden in much of Galarion? Because Galarion is plagued by narrow-minded cowards. Some tremble at the freedom granted by Urgatha, Others fear the wrath of Pharasma and her priests. Okay. What made you follow me? Curiosity. The need for a reliable ally. You see, I must come to understand what my goddess seeks from me. Urgatha gave me the powers of Inquisitor without declaring her will to me. I await her reply, any hint or trace or clue. And I suppose our meeting was no mere accident. Besides, she cringes, I imagine that several Kionin assassins still pursue me. They never risked attacking me while I was under the patronage of the Aldori. They're unlikely to attack while I have reliable allies like you. What kind of bitch-tier assassins are these? Why do these assassins follow you? I don't know. They can't have been sent by the Queen. I am branded outlaw, but my punishment was exile, and it is not custom for elves to contravene their own verdicts. My attacker shouted something about threat and blood. I suppose they are a splinter group of feeble-minded zealots, or someone on a quest for personal revenge. I feel like they might be the rest of her family somehow. Alright, thanks for talking to me, you super evil person. Are we gonna talk? Miri utters a weary sigh. Alright, spill it. I'm listening. Why do you want to kill Tuskcutter so much? He's a monster. We kill monsters. What's here so difficult to understand? Alright, yeah. I guess I shouldn't expect anything deep from the barbarian. Not yet. Maybe she'll have some hidden deepness, but not yet. Glad to see you. I still don't feel like complimenting her. She is sick and tired of compliments. Alright, Lindsay. How's it going? Alright, auto-saved. I guess I should just expect that if I go to sleep at day, it's gonna be night when I wake up. Who's this guy? I'll let him know I killed Tartusio.
Well, this is not the best outcome, but I think it will be good enough for Jamandi. Take this as a reward for your help. I'll send word to Restov and let them consider how they might return the favor.
But 1,000
Once
gold
again, I thank you for your help.
and nearly
I'll remain
500
here until my men
EXP.
recover from their wounds. Meanwhile, we'll help guard the trading post and fight off any bandits should they return. Good luck in all your plans and endeavors. Well then, ask away.
You know what?
As you wish.
We'll talk later. Or possibly never.
Forwards.
It won't bother me either way. Let's see if I can get some AoE spells. Nope. Okay. I mean, it's a little bit of fire damage. Here we go. Maybe? Yeah. Take 1d8 points of sonic damage.
Without a doubt.
Okay. Time to save. All right. So it looks like no, I have to actually make a choice. And getting rid of the evil undead chick who can't be healed as easily is the easy choice. You can stay there and just like meditate to your goddess of excess. Now, did anyone tell me where this giant boar is? And we've got a character slot open. I'll just load so I didn't lose that time. Teamwork feats can make your party very powerful, don't ignore them. But they cost 2 feats for the effect of 1. Normally, in like a group of people playing Pathfinder, you won't use the teamwork feats, just because you're dealing with other people and they might have other desires on what they want. Yeah, now it seems like I can take all 6. Huh. So anyway. When you're playing with other people at the table, you don't get any real say in what they take. You can ask, but even that's like sort of rude. It's better to just let people take what they want to take. But you know what? I think that guy was only gonna pay me back in like some potions. Looks like I don't actually need to interact with these. Ah, there's Tusketer Lair. I guess since we're going to deal with Tusketer and then come back to the trading post, we can deal with Fangberry Cave on the way back. Looks like we're up against those dudes.
What for Gorum?
I need like a hold your position button. And you definitely get to the wrong position in the party somehow.
Unworthy.
Ooh. Kaboom. Alright, just one skin. Now. How did this get all messed up? Kind of weird putting the cleric in second line, but even though he's got really solid AC, he does still sometimes have to cast spells, and those spells can get interrupted. No, I think this will be a big old bandit camp. And possibly something I should have taken on way before all the other things I've taken on, but we'll see. I've only gained 1 level and 1 companion since then, so it shouldn't be like I'm wildly overpowered if this was something I was supposed to do first. So even though I named this save Take on the Spiders, and I adjusted my spells for the spiders, I'll let them wait just a little bit. Maybe my party has gained arachnophobia. I had a feeling I was missing loot. Edible moss, which is good for haggis. And ooh, wow. Scorched fragment of a necklace. Thought that was going to be like, oh, an edible root to go along with this edible moss.
How curious.
Anything else? Applause, please.
Just being a little overcautious. Don't worry. Lethal spots bandit. Upwards.
Without a doubt.
To victory!
Serves you right.
Don't have a lot of ranged attackers.
We shall overcome.
What's that?
You deserved it.
11 damage. Awesome. Actually, I'll let those two continue fighting it. Anything further up here? Good shot, Lindsay. Not a scratch on us. Yeah, 2 bandits, not so bad. Let's continue on. Meh. Her axe looks like it's a belt. I mean, it's not, but it kind of looked like it.
will prevail.
Alright.
Does it matter?
Dire boar. Yeah, let's spam this touch of chaos. For you. Bless. Summon up a little something. For these guys. Yeah, just charge in. You got this. Nice crit. Starting things off strong, boar.
Won't kill me!
Okay. So that was really only rough for one person.
I'm listening. Here.
Anything is possible.
Suck. Cure light wounds.
Yes. Esme, Axe. Yes.
And cure moderate wounds. There we go.
Magritio, Turinos.
I can see how normal people died to that boar now. He just walks right up and crits you for quite a good chunk of damage. Survivor 4. I'm probably getting that for skinning animals. Oh wait, that was just a regular dire boar. Shit. We still got the real dire boar to go. Meh, okay.
A rest would be welcome.
Oh, they're getting tired.
I'm hungry. When we stop.
Hopefully we can camp right outside the cave. Oh, there's a Cyclops Empire. Modern Cyclopses are but a shadow of their powerful ancestors. That's neato. So here we are, the monster's here, and now I'll tear him apart. Yes, just watch me. And don't interrupt me. I speak on when I speak on, she grunts, and her eyebrows narrow. She clears her throat. There is a custom where I am from. A boy kills a monster in front of the elders to prove he's a man. The barbarian clears her throat in hesitation. In our tribe, girls don't get no indication at all. Initiation. So, I arranged my trial myself, like in the song about Kagul the orphan. I downed a cave lion in a single combat. Here, see? The scars I got in that battle. And do you know what my elders did after I threw the lion skin at their feet? They screwed you over somehow? I wish. They laughed in my face. They said I scratched my belly myself and hired some man to kill the lion for me in trade for ugh. Later, they agreed my initiation, of course. They had no choice, but Mary's voice wavers in anger. She spits on the ground. Must you really take him in single combat? From a distance, Miri examines Tuskcutter's muscular body and sharp tusks. Bah, you think I can't butcher a pig by myself? Though, if the elders saw the beast was about to kill the boy, they would help him. There's no shame in that. But it doesn't matter. I'm just saying. Now you stand and watch me gutting the beast. I see. Come on. Watch me! Going alone, got it?
Blood for Gorham!
Alright, well. Get best rage. She's fatigued. She can't rage.
Unworthy.
This won't kill me. I'll survive.
Okay,
I
well,
always survive.
she tried. This guy's actually pretty serious business. You know, Miri, breathing heavily, stands over the corpse of the fallen monster. What'd you say? See me in action? I almost chopped his head off. Yes, a real epic battle, just like the sagas. I won't even have to embellish it for the book. It was, not super impressive, gotta say. That's it, trial done. No one dares say Miri is weak. She grins and thrusts her chest out. You were a valiant warrior. Were there truly fools who doubted your strength? Some did. You know, I spit on them. No one will dare bark at me now. Are you hurt? She snorts. Scratches. Still, why did you want to kill this monster? Well, not just pups must pass this test. If a man is newcomer to a tribe, he must bring a monster's hide. Prove he is not weak. I'm honored you consider me a part of your new tribe. Just don't start that... She stops, trying to choose the right words. Don't talk to me about honor and valor. I know already. She frowns and turns away. Still, I owe you thanks. You have a true chief's heart. She's a little dishonorary. You know what? If we meet another monster like this, I'll kill it too. Not for a test, just that nobody would ever dare say Miri isn't a warrior. Dishonorary with a bit of an inferiority complex? Alrighty. Ooh, tenderloin, meat, and boar pelt. And people. Want to find traps. Ah, lots of charges. Oh, set at caster level 3, so that's actually just +1 to perception. Maybe if they round it up, then to +2.
Forwards.
Says I missed something. No, it just didn't pick up properly last time.
Without a doubt.
How many
The
healing
end
bursts
draws
does he even
near.
have left? 5? Sweet.
Share your will.
Oh, sorry. Was lost in fog.
This ability is so good. Alright. Harim blend into the night. Harim's gloomy mood and love of solitude mystically reduces the party's chances of attracting monsters and enemies. The chance of attack decreases for every guard shift that begins during the night. Interesting. But I like the way things are organized right now. But we bought a recipe. Why won't it show me the other recipes we have now?
Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Oh,
You deserve
Greater Bear.
Survive. I always survive.
Seems like she needs even more armor.
My strength fades.
Okay, no greater bear skin.
Rotus awaits us.
Speak.
Let's slap a few more heals onto everyone. Looks like I might not hurt her if she stays close, actually.
Ask.
Well,
anything is possible.
yes.
Okay, let's try this sleeping thing again.
Back home, we'd say, the thicker the armor, the longer it takes to ready the corpse for the pyre. That's definitely true about you, Valerie.
But you'd be quick. We just sew your arms and legs back, so you're more or less human shape.
Hey, I think that's the first time we succeeded in kneeling. Okay, everyone's happy, healthy. Hit the road. Can't hunt in dungeons. Make sure you bring enough rations. That is pretty rough. These parts aren't so far as I thought. Like it's 9:13. Noon. These are very manageable distances. Oh shit, I was hoping there was a bridge there. Okay, well, lost us a good chunk of time there.
be welcome.
Yeah, being tired's understandable. When in doubt, save. Okay, so everyone's tired. I'll try it once while they're tired, then if that doesn't go well, we'll take a rest. And now our save name is appropriate.
I'm hungry. When we stop?
You stop when the bad things are dead. Okay, so plan hasn't changed. Still need shit tons of alchemist fire. At least now we have that sound burst spell. And more people, so more HP to go through. She's got strength 12. She's always going to be heavily encumbered. I'm gonna have to get her strength boosting belts and equipment.
We shall overcome!
Until those spiders get close. And then begin the barrage. That part went okay. Where's his sound burst? Here we go.
Please.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
No one died, so I'm gonna call that flawless victory.
Inappropriate.
That was a nature check to pick berries. Hold on. Knowledge nature. 4, 6, 5, 8. Okay, so I mean you've still got the best.
Ask. What a bother! An expected result.
Yes, good job expecting that you could pick berries. The other two failures before that were the unexpected result. Alright. Wait, enemies are nearby? The shit?
Your sword is so amazing. I could never have imagined someone wielding such a huge blade.
Right? I took it from a frost giant as a trophy. I slaughtered so many of them giants with it. Now when they hear my name, they shit their pants.
If you say so. A new dream. Isn't this the same dream as last time? Yeah. Ah, he's exhausted. He didn't get good sleep last night. That's fine. We're heading to the trading post. You can take another nap there. Dang. I was hoping to get back home without any encounters.
Rest would be welcome.
Yeah, I know you're tired, but no one else is.
We shall overcome!
You cannot stand against me.
I'm writing you out of our story.
Critical hit for 3 damage? That's the saddest thing I've ever seen. I wonder if we can't skin it because we killed it too hard.
Forwards.
That'd be amusing. Alright, just poisoned, taking dex damage. Alright. Time to turn in quests and put Oleg's behind us.
The rest would be welcome.
Yep, go on.
Forwards.
You can go to bed.
Without a doubt.
An honest to God bed.
I will guide us.
That put some pep back in his step.
Our path leads on.
Okay, did a thing for you. Oleg looks at the bloodstained boar's head with respect. touching its tusk with his finger to test how sharp it is. That's one heck of a beast. I'd love to have a trophy like that. But a deal's a deal. The head goes to the old Benson, and his bounty goes to you. 400 coins and a masterwork longbow. You know what? I don't know if I ever gave Lindsay this masterwork, right? Yeah. I came across so many of those. It'd be shameful if I hadn't given her one. Can't wait to get her more strength. She's carrying 101 pounds. And our giant guy is only carrying 66. Actually, we got a handful of goodies. We can do some trading too. Need to give that ring to someone. And yeah, I should equip that one to Bane. Okay. She needs even more AC. Hopefully I'll get some amulets of natural armor and maybe a belt of dexterity soon. And you can have that one to Bane. Okay. Yo, got your berries that I risked my life for. He grabs the basket from you, but his face falls after he examines the berries. Damn it all. These are the right berries, but they've soured. Jesus. Alright, they sour in one day. He pulls on his beard, muttering something that can be either prayers or curses. Upon noticing you, he winces. Eh? What? Ah, it's you, Titus. Did I startle you? I'm sorry. Oh no, that doesn't matter. I was just contemplating the futility of existence and the worthlessness of the universe. The ways of Grotus are great. My humble mortal mind cannot fully grasp them, but I do what I can. He smiles apologetically. Tell me about your past. My life is divided into two parts. The first part was filled with blind wandering, doubts, and attempts to serve Torag. The second part began when I accepted Grotus into my soul and received a clear vision of the world. What exactly would you like to know? Where are you from? My life story began in Larid, a city of dwarven clerics and acolytes. They served Torag and the other dwarven gods. Torag's brothers, Angrid and Migrim, Torag's wife, Fulgrit, and his daughter, Bolka, his sons, Grundir, Coles, and Trod, and also Torag's sister, Drangvit. Harim curves his lips in contempt. I wouldn't be surprised if they built a temple to Torag's pet dog. Sorry, I let myself get carried away. Harim sighs and pulls his beard several times. Narad is the second largest dwarven city in the Five Kings Mountains. It's built up around numerous temple caverns which serve as places of worship for all the dwarven gods. Many pilgrims from every corner of Galarion come to Lara to pray to their god. Some remain to live there. This city is simply imbued with faith. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a cleric. It's no surprise, inspired by the aura of the city, that I felt as a young boy to dedicate all my efforts to becoming a cleric of Torag. You once tried to serve him? Not just tried. It was a burning passion. I craved it by day and dreamt of it at night. Harm shakes his head as if amazed by his own stupidity. You see, Titus, from my first days, I felt the presence of the god at my back. I heard his whispers and felt his power. Though the nature of this power was unclear to me, I thought Torag himself was trying to speak to me, and I did all I could to understand his words. Oh, what a naive fool I was. I had no idea that Torag, the uncompromising, conceited god glamorized by all dwarves, was capable of betrayal. He turned away from me, Titus. He left me in the hour when I put all my hopes in him and desperately needed his support. Torag is the god of craftsmanship, so every follower, especially the clerics, must smith their own suit of armor. The day when this work is finished is like the second birthday for a dwarf. He's newly born in the eyes of Torag. Harim sighs heavily and falls silent for a time. My second birthday never came. I couldn't make armor, not even a sword, not even a simple nail. My hammer smashed my fingers and fell on my feet. Molten iron burned my hands. The clerics laughed as they healed me. They used to say I was cursed by Torag, so finally I gave up any attempt to please the betrayer god. Even if Torag has rejected you, is that enough reason to leave your homeland? You don't know much about dwarves. Harim lets out a sad sigh. How can a dwarf cursed by Torag go on living in a city where every single soul bows to Torag? I was alone, disgraced, humiliated, insulted. A lone tear glints in the light before sliding down Harim's cheek. Oh. I was trying to drown my sorrows in drink, but even the owner of the cheapest pub on the road would laugh at me whilst he put those mugs in front of me. I couldn't take it any longer. I wanted everything to end. But there was one thing that kept me going and prevented me from ending my life. I could still hear that divine whisper behind my back. It was yet faint. It took a long time before I could hear it clearly, but having heard it once, I could never forget it. It was clear that none of Lared's deities favored me, so I left the 5 Kings Mountains and went out searching. I didn't think dwarves have ever worshipped Grotius. How did you learn about him? Oh, but that blessed day became the beginning of a new life. Alone and abandoned by all, I spent many dull hours in a filthy tavern by the roadside. I don't recall the town, nor even the country. I had no money. In fact, all I had was a hunk of stale bread. I was weary and almost fainting from hunger. And that was the moment when the whispers from my god became more clear. It was like he was calling me. At last my sufferings had come to an end. It was a miracle. Titus Auric. And I had paid full price for it with my torments. I couldn't control myself. I walked out of the tavern and straight into the nearest forest, and there I found the ruined temple of Arodin, the lost god. Several figures clad in robes were holding a silent service there, a service to a god I knew nothing of. None minded when I stood beside them. For the first time in my life I felt myself at home. My new brothers told me that they were clerics of Grotius, the god of end times. They were traveling around Galerion, spreading the teachings of Grotius. Despite all the persecution, contempt, and misjudgment they received from others, I gladly shared this burden with them, for now I knew whose voice had whispered to me through all those years. Wait, so you couldn't make even a simple nail, and you blame Torag? Are you suggesting that my problem was not a curse, just my own inability to work with metal? Or maybe you're saying that I was just too lazy? Harim looks into your eyes defiantly, his hands trembling with suppressed rage as he runs his fingers over his beard. You're a fool if you think so, an ignorant fool. Have you ever met a dwarf who can't handle a smith's hammer? Even our children craft knives. No. Torag is the cause of my sufferings. The betrayer god deliberately cursed me, just to make a laughingstock of me. Harim raises his hand and shakes his fist at someone above. But I won't let myself to get angry at you, Titus. You're an ignorant and blind soul, and my aim is to guide you through this dying world that marches towards its end. I will open your eyes or die trying. Grotius will be pleased by either outcome. Jeez, there's a lot to talk about. I'd like to learn more about dwarves. Most dwarves are self-satisfied, stubborn fools serving Torag. They don't deserve my good attitude, Harim winces. But you can ask what you want to know. I'll try to answer. Tell me about the Five Kings Mountain. The Dwarven Kingdom. Yes, well, it's to the south from here. It survived many trials, and there will be more yet to come. He strokes his beard, contemplating. There is no unity among the dwarves, Titus. The Five Kings rule over our people. They sit on the thrones of the 5 greatest cities, and with every passing day, it grows harder for them to come to any agreement. The only thing uniting the 5 Kings Mountains is the sky citadel of Highhelm, the great dwarven fortress at the mountain's heart. Have the dwarves always lived on the surface? Oh no, eons ago dwarves lived deep beneath the surface, and they did rather well, judging by the historic records. They built fortresses befitting noble dwarves, but our restless god Torag sent us a prophecy. The quest for the sky. He ordered all dwarves to abandon their fortresses and press upwards. Show their beards to the sun, as they say. This journey was long and bloody. Many dwarves perished on the way. Others turned back, keeping to their ancient strongholds, eventually to turn into evil Duragar, grey dwarves. But those who survived reached the surface and found the sky citadels, the most glorious cities in dwarven history. Tell me about those. Oh, they are the peaks of creation, glorious cities built by the ancient dwarves who'd finally reached the surface after many hardships, performing the final labor in their quest for the sky on the surface of Galerion. His eyes glitter with admiration. They are steadfast, tall, magnificent. They are beautiful. The 10 citadels were built by dwarves, but we've managed to keep only a few. The citadels crumbled and the orcs, sworn enemies of our people, trampled their blessed streets and ruined the gorgeous palaces of the ancient kings. His eyes grow misty with tears. These were heavy losses, and a disgrace to our people. It seems like Harim has a deep soul. Like, he really cares about history and people and stuff. It's just, he's constantly depressed too. Highhelm is the jewel of the citadels that remain. It is located in the heart of the mountain, in the heart of every dwarf. Yes, yes, my heart too. There is a dwarven saying that if an enemy reaches Highhelm, every dwarf from all the corners of the world will come to defend it. He cast a sad glance at you. I'd be there too, but not to help the citadel's defenders. I'd be there to witness the fall of our people with my own eyes, and mourn it. I'd fall upon the cold stone and raise my final prayer to Grotius. I'd like to ask about your god. You wish to learn about Grotius? Harim seems surprised and pleased at the same time. Yes, of course, I will answer anything you ask. What are his teachings, in a nutshell? Grotius is the end of all that exists. Harim smiles. He's obviously been waiting for this question. Look around, Titus. What do you see? Look again and realize that everything will be destroyed. Our clothing and our armor will turn to dust. The walls of the palaces will crumble into ruins. The trees will fall, and you and I will die much sooner than that. Let's see what the green text says about him. Grotius is the god of the end times, a sentient and cruel moonlet that looks down upon the boneyard and waits for the last living soul to die. When Pharasma judges the last soul after the last living body dies on the material plane, Grotius will descend to the boneyard and move to the material plane to clean up and pack the dust away for another reality. No one really knows what Grotius is going to do once the last soul is judged, but it is generally accepted that it will not be pleasant. Pharasma has Grotius locked in her boneyard, so she is stronger than Grotius. Oh, wait. Pharasma, the goddess of rebirth. From her boneyard he watches over the world, knowing the time for the final reaping shall come. He's the bloated moon hanging in the sky. He's the harbinger of the last days. He's the one who will stay when all the others are gone. So Pharasma is stronger? Of course she is stronger, for now. Phrasma nods with dignity, stroking his beard. Grodius is weaker than Phrasma, and many other gods. I'd be a fool if I tried to claim otherwise. If Grodius were stronger, the end times would already have come, wouldn't they? Usually clerics can speak with their gods. What does Grodius say to you? What is his will? He shakes his head in resignation. Grodius doesn't speak to his clerics. Actually, Grodius doesn't need any clerics. The dwarf raises his sad eyes to you. He only allows his whispers to be heard, and only by those who are dying to hear them. His words are unclear, but they call to you. His voice comes with the soft rustle of fallen leaves, with the woeful wailing wind at the mountain pass, with the roar of the raging blizzard, and it calls you to strike out on the road, onwards, always onwards, over the pass, over the bridge, and further along, up and ahead where the edge of a gray robe flashed, and a candle sputtered for the last time before dying. Onwards, always onwards, till your feet can no longer carry you. Urim falls silent, submerged in his own thoughts. Thanks for telling me about Grodius. Then let me ask you, what do you think about Grodius? I'll make him happy. There's an inner truth to them. A broad smile spreads across his face. I'm glad you think like that. We'll bring this truth to the whole world and tell everyone the end is inevitable. I won't be spreading it with you. Have you ever regretted your decision to abandon Torag and start worshipping Grodius? Your question might seem offensive, Titus, but I am not offended. I realize you ask it because you wish to learn more about Grodius. Urim squeezes his beard in his fist, but in a moment he lets it free again. Torag betrayed me, Titus. All he's ever done was look down with contempt on all of my futile efforts to please him. I crafted armor plates, but they fell apart with a single strike of a fist. I smithed swords, but they broke at the hilt. Torag's priests used to say that such failures were the curse of their uncompromising deity. Urim's finger grabs his beard with such force that it seems he'll tear a handful of hair out of it. It was Grodius who opened my eyes. He showed me that failure is a manifestation of his will. The end time is near, Titus, and every failure is just another step towards it. Torag's curse is only half the reason for my failure. The other half is the blessing of Grodius, which I have borne from early childhood. Urim smiles warmly at his thoughts. So he's got a curse and a blessing of failure. He's doubled up on failure. So the short answer to your question is no. I've never regretted opening my soul to Grodius. From what I've heard, Grodius doesn't spare the minds of his clerics. They all go insane eventually. Is that true? Ah, who told you that? I'd like to look that slanderer in the eye. Urim burst into laughter, but you can't understand what's so funny. You see, Titus, sanity is quite a relative concept, Urim says as his laughter recedes. Each of us is certain that he's the sanest creature in the world. Meanwhile, we periodically doubt the sanity of others. So what happens if 2 or 3 people claim that someone else is insane? Does that make it true? Perhaps the accusers have lost their minds themselves. The longer a cleric listens to the whispers of Grodius, the better he comprehends the essence of his designs, and the deeper his understanding becomes. When enlightenment comes, the mind of a cleric ascends to a new level of understanding, which is inaccessible to simpler souls. Is it insanity? That's for you to decide, Titus. My decision was made long ago. When I reach enlightenment, I'll accept it with joy and delight. Man. I like picking lawful good choices typically, but I don't really want to laugh in his face. I'll just laugh it off. Urim seems not to hear the irony in your words. Oh, of course. I will tell you. I will tell everyone. The words of Grodius will lead us forward unto the inevitable. Okay.
Without a doubt.
Do I want to buy rations? Do they fall under usable? No. What's notable? Alright. Ooh. I do actually have 4,000 gold now. I could buy a belt. Very tempting. Let's get 2 stops worth. Okay. So still have enough. Alright. We get 50 gold to our name. I know I want Valerie to have a belt just to be able to walk around easier, but I'm totally taking the first belt due to player 1 privilege.
Forwards.
Alright, let's save there. And then head out. Of course, it wasn't simply that she wanted some bacon. In Amir's tribe, a fight with a wild animal was sort of an initiation ritual, and a ritual for accepting a new member into the tribe. With the ritual complete, something. Okay, so I guess for now we're heading to Nettles Crossing. Covers the Shrike River, which is where I've been having nightmares about. Oh man, I was just about to say, we've gotten very far without an encounter.
Stand with me.
What are we up against? Bandit? We got bandits behind us. Let's see if you can solo a bandit.
Strike is one.
Serves you right.
This guy's a big boy. Meh. Still meh.
Forwards.
Alright. You can't hunt in dungeons. Make sure you bring enough rations. And this time we brought 12. Should be good. I'll have to make sure to set us to hunt and not automatically use rations. Nettles Crossing. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna save and end this episode here. Have a good one.